awoke to the sounds of Lily's gentle snores as they drifted across the bedroom loft. She was still fast asleep and I needed to keep it that way, or suffer the consequences. Creaky floorboards meant that the simple act of getting dressed will require a little ingenuity. My trousers were just out of reach. Morning, Dougal. Yoink. Huh? Lily made a fish and marmalade sandwich for me the day before. I didn't have the heart to refuse, but I wasn't about to eat it. Boots, check. Oh, that stinks. Oh, that stinks. I'd freed my sweater from Lily's clutches, but it was still out of reach. Even with the stick, I couldn't reach that far. I should be able to get the trajectory right. He wasn't going to just let me take it, but maybe he'd be interested in a trade. Any more rolling and I'd see that sandwich again. Any more rolling and I'd see that sandwich again. I had to wait until his mouth was open. That was my cue to sneak out of there. I decided I'd cycle to the nearby town. Maybe I'd find someone willing to hire me. Maybe I'd find someone who knew where my dad had gone. But first, I had a few things to take care of. I picked up the jug. I'd need water to make Lily's breakfast. Cooking utensils hung from the wall by the fire, for now at least. I'd recently made Lily a small wooden sword so she'd have something else to swing around. Lily's dress was hanging from the line. I didn't need to take it down for her. She'd developed her own technique for that. I think he relocated so he won't be responsible for waking Lily. You and me both, buddy. Dad, where are you? I had to admit, some of Dad's inventions really were inspired. Didn't really stop to think where my dad got the mask or why he wanted it. I was pretty sure I could put it to good use though. Dad made his own generator to power his workshop. As with his other inventions, he just refused to explain how it worked. It looked like there was something missing, but I hadn't figured out what. The notes indicated that the water could be topped up via the funnel. I presumed the machine wouldn't work without coolant. Dad's compactable footstool sounded like a great idea. I wasn't sure why it hadn't taken off. I only ever saw the transmitter active on a few occasions. During those times, Dad would have kept the shed door locked tight. I needed something to collect the water first. pump handle had snapped, leaving only a small section of it protruding from the pump. It was going to take something heavy to force it down. The door wasn't locked, but something was blocking on the other side. The door wasn't locked, but something was blocking on the other side. The door wasn't locked, but something was blocking on the other side. It looked like the pitchfork had fallen from its resting place. I couldn't see a thing, and the idea of walking around a room in the dark, where my father invented things, made me nervous. The lights in the shed only came on when Dad's generator was running. I hadn't figured out how it worked yet though. It wasn't your average generator. The lights in the shed only came on when Dad's generator was running. I hadn't figured out how it worked yet though. It wasn't your average generator. Yet another impressive feat of engineering. Well, well, well. There, that should keep it cool. It looked like something important was supposed to go in the slot. Dad left his jacket behind. Sometimes his work would make him forget the little things, like wearing a jacket outside, or eating. Tried to keep some things out of Lily's reach, but it never worked. I only ever saw the transmitter active on a few occasions. During those times, Dad would have kept the shed door locked tight. Adding the water seemed to trigger a green light. The notes indicated that the water could be topped up via the funnel. I presume the machine. Dad converted the garden shed into his personal workshop when he decided he wanted to work for himself. He'd normally spend every waking hour in there, inventing, tinkering, but it had been days, and there was no sign of him. The lights in the shed only came on when Dad's generator was running. I hadn't figured out how it worked yet though. It wasn't your average generator. receiver attached to the shed received some, which in turn rotated the wheels to move the belt along in order to... I had no idea. Sometimes I think Dad added contraptions to his contraptions just to throw me off. My father had notions to turn to farming when he left his job. He never could leave signs behind. My father had notions to turn to farm. He never could. It was Dad's idea to put the memorial stone by the wall. It was Anya's favorite place to have a picnic. Strange lights? Oh, it's a package from my father.
Arthur, this is the last of the small crystals. I hope this was worth giving up your job for. I'm still finding the whole notion difficult to believe. I'm tempted to make a trip to your home to see it with my own eyes. But the fact that you keep the generator in your bedroom is quite unsettling, to say the least. If what you say about the lesser crystals is true, then I fear what may happen when this company begins experimenting on the large one. It's still safe for now, but I don't think it'll be possible to smuggle it out of here without anyone noticing. Given the apparent results of your own experiments, it's possible they'll listen to your warning. However, it's more likely they'll see nothing other than the potential for profit. For now, I'll do my best to impede their research. Stay safe, my friend. Nina.
The strange crystal was obviously important to my father. I couldn't help but wonder if it had anything to do with him going missing. I decided to do a little snooping around. Let's see. It fits. Huh? It's glowing. The whole wall was covered in writing. Dad had a habit of writing on whatever was nearest at the time. Apparently he found a way to make sure I didn't clean it. He must have wanted to remember that particular pattern, but what for? Whatever I did, it caused the machine in the back garden to power up. Sure enough, the lights and whatever other equipment Dad constructed were receiving power. I wasn't sure if I was figuring out what happened to him, but it was the best lead I had. There was a hand-drawn map on the wall with 2 locations marked. Our house and the hydroelectric dam, where Dad used to work. I'll find a way to blame it on the dog. appeared to have opened by itself. There was a 50-50 chance that it was intended to respond to vibration, or that it was simply as reliable as the stepladder. It was one of the puzzle boxes my father often made for Lily. I wasn't sure why he hadn't given her this one, but I knew she'd be happy to have it. There was a small keyhole in the back, but like many of Dad's devices, its purpose was far from obvious. I wanted to give Lily the puzzle box I had found, but she was still asleep. Cooking utensils hung from the wall by the fire, for now at least. I'd recently made Lily a small wooden sword so she'd have something else to swing around. Lily was fearless, even with the way she got out of bed. Lily, does when in doubt, dance it out mean anything to you? Right. The secret dance routine turned out to be the solution for the combination lock. Inside the box there was a small key where the tasty treat should have been. Looks about the right